Hello students, now we are going to see January 3rd week 2023 banking awareness quiz. So January 3rd week means from Jan 16 to Jan 22 banking awareness quizzes we are going to see it. Before getting into the video, two important announcements. One is that before watching this video, first there is a video in the YouTube channel for the January 3rd week banking awareness. In that video, I have explained each and every news article for this week. For the January 3rd week, I have discussed every article in detail. I have discussed it. First, watch that video. After that, below that video also in the description box, in this video also in the description box, you will be having the quiz. You will be having the quiz link. Attend the quiz and check your score. Definitely that will help you to boost your score in the bank exam mains. It's a timer based quiz. Within 30 minutes, you have to finish 45 questions. So after watching that video, which is in the YouTube channel, Banking Awareness, January 3rd week, after watching that, attend the quiz. After attending the quiz, you watch this video. That will be very helpful to you. Another announcement is that if you want to download this week's Banking Awareness MCQ PDF, that is January 3rd week 2023 Banking Awareness MCQ PDF. That is the MCQ questions which you are going to see today. If you want to download it, that PDF link is also given in the description box. You can download it. Right? So let's move on. So first question. When was the last date for submitting expression of interest for IDBI Bank stake sale by government and LIC? Yes. In IDBI Bank, government and LIC have planned to sell around 60.72% share. So for that, they have conducted the expression of interest. Who is willing to buy? So that deadline date is January 7, option B. January 7, 2023 is the correct answer, option B. Then second question. Which payment bank has received final approval from the RBI to operate as a Bharat bill payment operating unit? Yes. Now only RBI has given the final approval to that company to operate as the Bharat bill payment operating unit under Bharat bill payment operating system. That bank name is option C, Paytm Payment Bank Limited. Then third question. Securitization volume jumped -% to over rupees 1.15 lakh crore in the first quarter of this fiscal year as per CISL report. So securitization volume has increased to around 42%. It has increased. Option D is the correct answer. Then fourth question. The Reserve Bank of India is moving closer towards ring fencing the banking system from credit losses. That is, the Reserve Bank of India, to protect the bank from the credit losses, they have proposed to move to provisioning on the principles of dash approach used in their International Financial Reporting Standard 9. So we have our own reporting standard called IND-AS. We have in that Reserve Bank have given that. Actually, NBFC company is following that. In that, what Reserve Bank have told that banks must follow expected credit loss approach. Option A is the correct answer. So you must shift from the incurred credit loss approach and move to expected credit loss approach, because after the loan gets defaulted, you should not go and think that we must maintain, we must increase the loan provisioning amount. So you should not think like that. So before giving the loan to your borrower, you must allocate more fund in the loan provisioning amount. For the loan provisioning also, for the loan provisioning itself, you must allocate more fund. For the loan provisioning itself, you must allocate more fund. You know that, right? What is loan provisioning? So if a loan gets defaulted, there will be a separate fund which will be maintained by the banks to provision that bad loan, to provision that default loan amount. So that loan provisioning must also increase, right? So that you must do before giving the loan. So that is, you must follow expected credit loss approach. You should not follow incurred credit loss approach. But this expected credit loss approach, all scheduled commercial banks must follow, but regional rural banks, they are excluded from this. They don't have to follow this, right? That's what told by the RBI. Then fifth question. Warehousing Development Regulatory Authority has signed a MOU with which bank to help farmers in getting low interest rate loans by launching a new product called Produce Marketing Loan? Yes. Which bank has launched a new loan product called Produce Marketing Loan? So with this loan product, farmers can use their e-receipt, e-warehouse receipt, and this receipt acts as a collateral. With this receipt, they can avail low interest rate loans. So that was signed with which bank? Warehousing Development Authority has signed this agreement with which bank? It is State Bank of India. So if a farmer having that e-receipt With that receipt, he can go to the State Bank of India. He can avail low interest rate loans. That's what. So for that purpose only, Warehousing Development Authority has signed an agreement with State Bank of India. Option C is the correct answer. Then sixth question. Permission of the Reserve Bank to acquire shares or voting rights in a banking company for non-promoter. Yes, RBI have come up with the new norms to acquire shares in the banks. What they have told is that for non-promoter will be limited to dash percentage in case of individuals, non-financial institutions and financial institutions connected with large industrial houses. If you are a non-promoter and if you are an individual or a non-finance companies or a finance institution connected with industrial houses, you can invest up to 10%. Option A is the correct answer. 10% only you can invest in the banks. So more than that you could not invest. That's what RBI had told in their new norms, right? Other than that, what the RBI have told? If you are a non-promoter and if you are a government undertaking, public sector undertaking company, if you are a finance institution, you can invest up to 15% in banks. You can invest up to 15% in banks. If you are a promoter, in the bank, you can invest up to 26%, but after 15 years, after the commencement of the bank only, you can invest up to 26%. After that only you can, if a promoter want to acquire more shares from other promoters or from non-promoters, to the maximum 26% only he can acquire it. Right. So option A is the correct answer for this question, option A. Then seventh question. A traders body, Bhartiya Udyog Vyapaar Mandal, has demanded a dash scheme on the lines of Kisan credit card in the coming union budget. Traders body, what they have asked to the government is that, in the coming budget, what they have asked is that, so related to Kisan credit card, you must give a credit card to us also. So that was asked by the Traders Association. So that's what scheme they have asked. It is trader credit card. So same as Kisan credit card, you must give traders credit card also to the traders. So that's what they have asked. So option D is the correct answer. Then eighth question. Which finance company had partnered with the Shivalik Small Finance Bank for sourcing and managing retail gold loans? Yes. For the Shivalik Small Finance Bank, for their retail gold loans, sourcing and management will be done by which finance company? It will be done by TrueCap Finance Limited. So they have entered into a partnership with Shivalik Small Finance Bank. So option C is the correct answer. Then ninth question. According to the Reserve Bank of India, states' gross fiscal deficit is budgeted to decline from 4.1% of GDP in 2020-21 to dash percent in 2022-23. Yes. According to Reserve Bank of India, current financial year up to third quarter, states' fiscal deficit have decreased from 4.1% in the financial year 2020-21 to 3.4% of the GDP. It had reduced. Fiscal deficit had reduced in this financial year 2022-23. It had reduced because pandemic got over, economy had recovered. So as usual, states revenue also got increased, expenditure got reduced. That is the reason behind the decrease in the fiscal deficit of the states. So it got reduced to 3.4% of the GDP. It got reduced. So option C is the correct answer. Then 10th question. Who is the operator of the UPI protocol and is also the sponsor of the RuPay, the local card in India? Yes. Who is the operator of the UPI protocol as well as they are also the sponsor of the RuPay cards in India? It is National Payment Corporation of India. Option C is the correct answer. Then 11th question. The Indian Central Bank's discussion paper suggesting banks make more provisions on bad loans using a dash method could raise capital requirements for lender. Already we have seen it, right? What RBI is insisting is that banks should follow expected credit loss approach. Option A is the correct answer. Then 12th question. PM Swabinidhi scheme was launched on June 1, 2020 to help street vendors who were impacted by the coronavirus pandemic that aims to provide working capital loans up to dash rupees at a subsidized rate of interest. Yes, in the year 2020 on June 1, Prime Minister Modi have implemented a scheme called PM Swabinidhi scheme, that is to give loans to the street vendors because they are the person mostly got affected by the coronavirus pandemic. So June 2020 is the pandemic year. So how much amount loan was given at the lower interest rate? It is rupees 10,000 rupees. Option D is the correct answer. Then 13th question. The FRBM Review Committee was formed in 2016 under the chairmanship of Dash with a mandate to review the Fiscal Responsibility Budget Management Act 2003. Yes, in order to review the FRBM Act 2003, 2016 FRBM Review Committee was formed under the chairmanship of option C, N.K. Singh. Then 14th question. Which among the following state recently announced the restoration of the old pension scheme for the sake of social security and welfare of their employees? Yes, which among the following states announced that they are moving to the old pension scheme? It is option D, Himachal Pradesh. Then 15th question. Agreements for investment commitments worth rupees 88,420 crore in Maharashtra have been signed so far at the ongoing World Economic Forum annual meeting. Yes, currently from January 16 to January 20, World Economic Forum annual meeting is held in Davos in Switzerland. Yes, in that meeting, Maharashtra CM is also participated. So, option B is the correct answer. And they have got around investment proposals worth rupees 88,420 crore rupees. Then 16th question. The Employees Provident Fund Organisation, which has been investing up to -% of its corpus in exchange traded funds since 2015-16, will also try to lengthen the investment tenure to 5 years instead of the current 4 years to ensure better returns. Yes, Employees Provident Fund Organisation is investing from financial year 2015-16. They are investing around 15% of their corpus fund in the exchange traded funds. What now they are planning is that they are planning to increase the tenor also. So previously for the 4-year tenor they are investing in, now they are planning to increase it to 5-year tenor also. Yes, employee trade funds from their corpus amount, from their fund, if they are having 100 rupees, 15% they are investing in exchange traded funds and they are getting higher returns also, right? So option D is the correct answer. Then 17th question. Netherlands' largest lender has submitted an expression of interest for IDBI Bank. Yes. In Netherlands, there is a largest banking group called ING. Option A is the correct answer. ING, they have submitted expression of interest for IDBI Bank. That is, they are willing to purchase the government and LIC share of 60.72% stake in the IDBI Bank. So, option A is the correct answer. Then 18th question. Who is leading in net present value offers held in the challenge mechanism bidding for the resolution of twin Srei companies? Yes, for the resolution of twin Srei companies, who is leading in the net present value? Net present value, who is leading? It is NARCL, right? Total plan value also NARCL is more when compared to other resolution applicants. NARCL has quoted more amount in the total plan value and net present value, but upfront gas they have quoted low, right? So this question correct answer is option A, NARCL. So which company has quoted, which is leading in net present value offers held in the challenge mechanism bidding for the resolution of twin Srei companies is option A, NARCL. Then 19th question. At the heart of the dispute in the resolution process, Reliance Capital is a bid from dash entity given 24 hours after the auction deadline. This question we have seen in the 1 or 2 weeks back, banking owners also we have seen it. Actually, December 21, first challenge mechanism was held for the resolution of the Reliance Capital Limited loans. That is the Anil Ambani companies. Reliance Capital loans resolution process was held in the National Company Law Tribunal. So, in the first auction, first challenge auction, which was conducted on December 21, 2022, which group has quoted the higher amount? It is Torrent Group. But after one day, Hinduja Group have entered and told that I am giving higher amount than the Torrent Group, give the loan to me. So, which company has created the dispute? It is option B, Torrent Group. Option B is the correct answer. Then 20th question. As per the budget 2022-23, the government estimated a total expenditure of dash lakh crore rupees for financial year 2023 as compared to 37.70 lakh crore rupees for the previous fiscal. Yes. Compared to the previous fiscal year 2021-22, government have quoted higher expenditure amount in the budget estimate of 2022-23. Amount is option D, 39.45 lakh crore rupees is the total expenditure quoted by the government in the budget of 2022-23. Option D is the correct answer. Then 21st question. The Finance Ministry on 18th Jan 2023 deliberated on steps being taken to mitigate the threats of dash in the financial segment amid the growing digitization of the sector in the symposium organized by the Department of Financial Services Secretary Vivek Joshi sir. Yes, Vivek Joshi sir has organized a symposium. In that symposium, what they have discussed is that how to tackle the cyber security threats. That's what discussed in that symposium. Option A is the correct answer. Then 22nd question. Investment proposals worth rupees 17,507 crore were received for dash alone during the one-day roadshow held in the city on 18 January 2023 ahead of the Uttar Pradesh Global Investor Summit to be held in February 2023. So, ahead of the Global Investor Summit to be held in Uttar Pradesh in Lucknow in February 2023, Uttar Pradesh government have decided to conduct district level investment summit. So for the district Mathura, option C, Mathura alone 17,507 crore investment proposals were received. Option C is the correct answer. Then 23rd question. In a development that could put pressure on the European Securities and Market Authority to soften its stand against India, dash banks are learned to have received the go-ahead from their home country's regulator to deal with the Clearing Corporation of India for settling all transactions. Yes. Previously, European Securities and Market Authority and Bank of England, what they have told is that they are de-recognizing Clearing Corporation of India Limited, because Clearing Corporation of India Limited is responsible to settle all trade transactions in India, but they have de-recognized those European bank branches in India. They don't have to follow this Clearing Corporation of India Limited. That's what told by the European Securities and Market Authority. But against that, now Japanese banks, that's what the answer is. Option A is the correct answer. So against to the European security regulator, Japanese banks, what they have told is that, okay, right, you can tell that you can de-recognize Clearing Corporation of India Limited, but we are recognizing Clearing Corporation of India. Our regulator have given approval. So Japanese regulator, what they have told is that Japanese banks in India can settle all the trade transactions via Clearing Corporation of India Limited. That's what they have told us. So Japanese banks are learned to have received the go-ahead from their Japanese regulator. From their regulator, Japan regulator, they have given the approval. Okay, right. Clearing Corporation of India can settle all the trade transactions for the Japanese bank branches in India. So option A is the correct answer. Then 24th question. A bill has been moved to let the dash give more time to crucial market infrastructure institutions outside the UK, like the Clearing Corporation of India, to come under a new regime. So prior to the Japanese banks, Bank of England, that is the UK central bank, they have also recognized the Clearing Corporation of India Limited. So I have told the answer, option B, Bank of England is the correct answer. Bill has been moved to the to let the Bank of England give more time to crucial market infrastructure. Yes. Yeah, amendment was made in the England financial market and they have recognized the Clearing Corporation of India Limited. So option B is the correct answer. Previously they have told that they are de-recognizing Clearing Corporation of India. Now they have told that, okay, right, we are recognizing it. Then 25th question. Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana aims to provide loans up to rupees dash to non-corporate, non-farm, small micro enterprises. Yes, in the under the Pradhan Mantri Mudra scheme, loan amount up to rupees 10 lakh is given to the non-farm and micro and small enterprises, micro, small and medium enterprises. Option A is the correct answer, rupees 10 lakh. Then 26th question. Kedara Capital, a homegrown private equity firm, will infuse rupees dash in Avanci Financial Services Limited, which is a education-focused NBFC company. Yes, a education-focused NBFC company named Avanci Financial Services Limited. In that company, Kedara Capital have decided to invest how much amount? 800 crore rupees. Option D is the correct answer. 27th question. Non-banking financial companies in India are finding it difficult to adhere to the dash obligations set by the Reserve Bank of India. Yes, NBFC companies are finding very difficult to obey the Reserve Bank of India's compliance obligations. Option C is the correct answer, because NBFCs are the shadow banks. So prior to the 2008 global financial crisis, more and more NBFC companies are come under the control of the central bank of each and every country. In India also, NBFC companies are regulated more by the RBI. So that's what the difficulty faced by the NBFC company. That's what they have told to the government. So in the upcoming budget, just give some relaxations in the compliance obligation set by the Reserve Bank of India. That's what they have recommended to the central government. So option C is the correct answer. Then 28th question. The voting on identifying highest bidder for the Twin Srei companies is delayed. Yes, actually the voting must be conducted on January 19. Twin Srei group of companies, voting must be conducted on January 19. But it got delayed due to an objection raised by state-owned dash overs distribution of power. Due to the objection raised by NABARD. Because NABARD have told that higher distribution of proceeds must be given to me, because I am having the superior securities in the Twin Srei group of companies. So higher share of proceeds must be given to me. So that's why the voting process gets delayed. So option D is the correct answer. Then 29th question. Regulator IRDA asked insurance companies to take steps for expeditious settlement of claims of loss to property due to subsidence and landslides in the calamity affected areas in dash town of Chamoli district in Uttarakhand. Yes, IRDA has asked all the general insurance companies to fastly settle the claims of the people affected in the Joshimath town of Chamoli district in Uttarakhand due to the landslides. Right? Option A is the correct answer. Then 30th question. Rating firm Moody's Investor Service on 20th January 2023 affirmed a long-term local and foreign currency bank deposit ratings of State Bank of India too. Yes, for the State Bank of India, Moody Credit Rating Agency has increased their credit rating to option B, BAA3 rating they have given for State Bank of India. Then 31st question. Months after investors re-rated state-run bank stocks, rating company Moody upgraded credit ratings of 3 state-owned banks. That is Bank of Baroda, Canara Bank and Punjab National Bank also. Moody Credit Rating Agency have revised the ratings and they have increased the credit rating to these 3 public sector banks to option A, BAA3 rating they have given. Then 32nd question. Launched by Prime Minister Modi in January, in which year the aspirational district program aims to quickly and effectively transform the 112 most underdeveloped districts across the country. Yes, our Modi government in the year 2018, option D is the correct answer. In the year 2018, have launched a program called Aspirational District Program. Actually, this program aims to transform or develop the 112 most underdeveloped districts across the country. So, to develop those 112 underdeveloped districts, Aspirational District Program was launched by our Prime Minister in January 2018. So, option D is the correct answer. Then 33rd question. Bandhan Bank's net profit fell dash percentage at rupees 291 crore in the third quarter ending December last year 2022 as compared with rupees 859 crore in the year ago period. Yes. So, compared to the previous financial year 2021-22, this financial year 2022-23 up to third quarter, Bandhan Bank had a net profit below, that is that profit, their bank's profit have reduced to 66%. Option C is the correct answer. Then 34th question. Bombay High Court on 20 January quashed the write-off of additional Tier 1 bonds worth rupees 8,500 crore issued by Dash Bank. Yes, Bombay High Court have quashed the 81 bonds issued by option D, Yes Bank. Yes, in the year 2020, Yes Bank had decided to quash or to write off this 8,500 crore. To write off this 8,500 crore 81 bonds issued by them. So, now Bombay High Court stepped in and what they have told is that you should not write off, you should give this 8,500 crore rupees back to the investor. Those who have invested in this 81 bonds, you must repay them. You should not write off from your loan account. So, that is what Bombay High Court have told. So, this 8,500 crore rupees 81 bonds was issued by Yes Bank. So, option D is the correct answer. Then 35th question. Which bank plans to sell its stake in Russian joint venture Commercial Indo Bank LLC to SBI for rupees 114 crore? Yes. In Russia, there is a joint venture bank called Commercial Indo Bank LLC, CIBIL. So, in that joint venture bank, SBI holds around 60% share and another one bank, they hold around 40% share. Now, this bank had decided to sell their 40% share to SBI at the cost of 114 crore. That is which bank that they have asked in this question. So, Canara Bank, option B is the correct answer. So, Canara Bank have decided to sell their 40% share to SBI at the rate of 114 crore rupees. Then 36th question. What was the target year set by IRDA to achieve the insurance for all in India? Yes, to achieve the insurance for all in India, that is each and every one in the country will have an insurance. By which year? So, that is what the target fixed by the IRDA, that is by the year 2047, each and every one in the country will have insurance. So, that is what told by IRDA. So, option C is the correct answer. Then 37th question. Uttar Pradesh is gearing up for a global investor summit, which is scheduled to be held in Dash in February 2023. Yes, next month in Uttar Pradesh, global investor summit is going to be held. So, it is to be held in which place? It is to be held in Lucknow. So, prior to that, in this month, January month, in every district, Uttar Pradesh government have planned to conduct the district level investment summit. So, they have got many investment proposals also. So, next month, in Uttar Pradesh, there is going to be a Global Investors Summit. So that is to be held in Lucknow in Uttar Pradesh. So option A is the correct answer. Then 38th question. Which finance company had sought a security clearance waiver a fortnight before the expression of interest deadline for IDBI Bank that got expired, but the center, that is the government, did not accede to the request? So which company had asked for the security clearance waiver for 2 weeks, right? So for the IDBI Bank government and LIC share purchase, they have conducted the expression of interest. In that expression of interest, one company, that company name is option D, Fairfax Financial Services Limited. More companies have given their names. So one company name is Fairfax Financial Services Limited. What they have asked is that give us 2 weeks, that is fortnight, 2 weeks security clearance waiver. That is what government have insisted is that those who are buying government and LIC share in IDBI Bank, that company's securities, that is that company's data, confidential information must be checked thoroughly. After that only they must be allowed to participate in the bidding. That's what the government have insisted. Prior to that, what this Fairfax Financial Services Limited company have done is that, so the last date for giving the name in the expression of interest is January 7. So on January 6, they have asked for 2 weeks time. So now the 2 weeks time also got expired. Now they are telling, what they are telling is that after winning the bidding, if you are doing some security clearance check, it is relevant. What is the need? We have given only our names, right? After winning the bidding, you can do the security clearance check because we are not ready to share our confidential information at this stage. That's what now this Fairfax Financial Services company, Services Limited company is telling. Right? So this question's correct answer is option D, Fairfax Financial Services Limited. Then 39th question. AT1 bonds, also called perpetual bonds, carry no maturity date but have a call option. Oh, I have told you the answer. But have a dash option, that is option C, call option. What is call option? That is the bank which is issuing the AT1 bonds, if they are ready, if they are willing only, they will get those bonds and pay you the amount with interest. What you have invested in the bonds, they will be paying that amount as well as with the interest if the bank is willing only, because that bonds don't have any maturity date but have a call option. If the bank is willing, after 5 years or 6 years, if the bank is deciding, okay, right, let us issue this AT1 bonds. Let us get those AT1 bonds and pay back those investors who have invested in this AT1 bonds. If they are deciding, it is okay. That is, they have a call option, but they don't have put option. They don't have put option. What is put option? That is, if you are buying AT1 bonds from the bank, and again after 1 year, if you are giving that AT1 bonds to that bank won't purchase. That they will not purchase because that bonds won't have any put option. You can't sell directly to the bank. If the bank is willing, if the bank is calling, you can sell to them. If they are not calling, you can't sell to them. But you can sell that in the secondary market, in the stock exchange, you can sell it. But in the primary market, those who have issued it, you can't sell directly back to them. So for this question, correct answer is option C, call option. Then 40th question. The government last provided capital support to banks in financial year 2021-22 and had earmarked rupees crore for recapitalization of public sector banks through supplementary demand of grants. Yes. So last in the financial year 2021-22 only, government have infused how much amount to the public sector banks? Infused rupees 20,000 crore rupees to the public sector banks. But for the current financial year as well as for the next financial year, government is not ready to infuse funded to the public sector banks because public sector bank is performing well. Public sector bank have more amount, more capital adequacy ratio. Its percentage is higher. More than the regulatory requirement, its percentage is higher. So that public sector banks are doing good. So that for the current financial year as well as for the next financial year, government is not ready to infuse any capital fund to the public sector bank. So for the last in the financial year 2021-22 only, they have infused the amount for the capital infusion purposes. That is, that amount is rupees 20,000 crore they have infused in the public sector banks, right? Then 41st first question. Under section dash of the Income Tax Act 1961, we can avail deduction for health insurance premium paid for self, spouse, dependents, children and even parents. Yes. Under Income Tax Act 1961 in section 80D, it is given that if you are paying health insurance premium for yourself or for your spouse or for your children or for your parents, you can deduct that amount from the taxable income. It is given under section 80D. Then 42nd question. What was the current tax deducted at source, that is current TDS exemption limit on insurance commission under section 194D of the Income Tax Act, which provides a greater impetus to insurance agents? Yes. Under section 194D of the Income Tax Act, currently insurance agents are exempted from the TDS up to rupees 15,000. Option B is the correct answer. If they are earning commission, insurance agents are earning commission more than 15,000 rupees, TDS will be deducted. But below 15,000 rupees, TDS won't be deducted. Right? But in the upcoming budget, insurance companies are expecting more. They are expecting this amount will be increased. But currently, it is this amount is 15,000 rupees. Limit is 15,000 rupees. Option B is the correct answer. Then 43rd question. Credit rating agencies have asked the RBI to spell out the dash criteria which determines how missed or delayed payment in one kind of debt impact the rating of other debt raised by the borrower. Right? Credit rating agency have asked the RBI better bring a criteria. That criteria name is option A. Correct answer is option default recognition criteria. Bring a default recognition criteria, because if one borrower is defaulting in a loan amount, that will impact the rating of other debt. Other loans rating will also get impacted. So that better bring some default recognition criteria. If that person is not paying the loan amount, if the person is defaulting the loan amount, his properties will be acquired. Or else before taking the loan itself, you get more documents, more collateral you collect from them. So that's what credit rating agency is insisting RBI. Better have a default recognition criteria. You ask the banks to come up with the default recognition criteria. That's what told by the credit rating agency to RBI. Then 44th question. Who regulates bank loan? Easy question. Who regulates bank loan? Option B. RBI regulates the bank loans. Right. 45th question. This is also an easy question. Who regulates corporate debt securities like bonds, stocks? Who regulates in the stock exchanges? It is regulated by SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India. Option A is the correct answer. That's all we have completed. January 3rd week, banking awareness quiz we have completed. If you are liking this video, kindly click the like button in the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. If you are liking this initiative, you can share this video with your friends and fellow aspirants. Okay, students, thank you.